What's up, dudes? Simon back with another video. Today we are going to be talking about bands that haven't played Download Festival before. As you can see, it's light outside. That just shows you how quickly the festival season is approaching us. A nice goth boy like me and a horrible ball of hydrogen helium in the sky. I don't like it, but let's do it in the daytime anyway. Let's talk about it. So I will say a caveat. I'm not going to do obviously medium to small bands because obviously there is probably tons of bands that haven't actually played Download that should or are going to. I'm just going to concentrate on what I would consider to be main stage to headliner acts. So people that would be either sub-headliners, headliners of the main stage, or would headline the second stages. I think that sticking to that caveat, otherwise we would be here for a very, very long time. But there are quite a few interesting ones and a few that are blatantly obvious. Okay, these are in no particular order or genre or anything like that, but I think one of the main bands that I'm sure has been on the tip of everyone's tongue for a long time are the Foo Fighters. Now, obviously, they are totally equipped to play Download. They're definitely big enough. They would definitely draw enough crowd. I think everyone of the alternative / metal would either like one or two Foo Fighters songs, if not all of them. I know to a lot of people they feel more like a Reading or Glastonbury band, but I still think they would really fit in with Download, and I think that, I would personally love them. Obviously, things are a little bit different now because of course the passing of Taylor Hawkins. As I understand it though, they will still be continuing to be a band, so I don't know who they've got on drums or anything. That might have already happened, but I haven't looked into it. But I really feel like Foo Fighters would be a huge draw for Download. They look like a great band live. I've never seen them. They're on my list of bands that I really want to see, but I just never had the chance to. But obviously you've seen their gig at Wembley and you've seen them play Glastonbury. They are just amazing. I believe Andy Copping has talked about getting them for Download before, but possibly disputes on when they would play, obviously trying to get June free in the sort of tours that they do, and also cost, because as you could imagine, getting Foo Fighters to play would be rather expensive. But then again, it is a sellout this year, so in future years at Download, maybe we've banked the cash to get Foo Fighters to play. But yeah, I think that Foo Fighters would definitely be a great headliner for Download. Another great band to, again, definitely be a headliner for Download. Not all of these are headliners, but I think these guys definitely could, would be Red Hot Chili Peppers. Again, along the same lines of the Foo Fighters, people would probably see them more as a Reading, they've played Reading loads, or a Glastonbury band, but I would disagree with that. I think that obviously playing all of their songs back in the day on Kerrang and Scuzz and all that, their foot is very much in the alternative genre, not just the sort of pop rock genre. I think it would be really cool to see Chili Peppers play. Again, another band that I've never seen before. I would love to see them. I like a lot of Chili Peppers. I'm sure you guys are the same. But yeah, I think they'd really fit in. It would be great to obviously hear Flea's bass, man, see some slap bass live. They seem like a really great band. I've never watched any of their gigs live online properly. From what I've heard, Anthony Kiedis is very hit or miss. You can catch him on a really good day when he sounds great, or you can catch him on a not so good day where he doesn't sound that great. But I still think it would be enjoyable as a Download headliner and a great draw to bring new people to the festival that, you know, might go to Reading and then come to Download and then might decide not to go back and come to Download every year because it's a much better festival. Sorry, Reading people, but it's true. But yeah, I think Chili Peppers would be a really, really cool addition to Download, and I would love them to play. Another blatantly obvious one that I've heard a lot of people talking about is, of course, Green Day. Obviously a huge punk rock band, massive in the, you know, well, I'm sure as metal kids, you know, Green Day might have been one of the first bands that you got into, even if you still follow Green Day all the way up to now, that got you into heavier music or you found them afterwards. But I think that they would be an amazing addition to play Download. I'm pretty sure they're still going normally. I've seen them do tours and play other festivals and stuff. Probably, again, another money thing where I'm guessing Green Day would not be cheap to put on as a headliner. But I definitely think now with the older phase of bands sort of going out, you know, the 70s, 80s bands and the more 90s, 2000 bands coming into headline status, I really think Green Day would be a awesome steal for Download Festival. Again, another band I've never seen live. So a lot of these I haven't, which is, you know, I see a lot of bands at Download. I do go to other gigs as well. But yeah, I think it would be great to have Green Day. I mean, they've just got a string of hits. They could just play a best of set and there would be something in there for everyone. I would really enjoy it. I'm sure you guys would too. Right, one of my favourite bands of all time, the Misfits, have actually never played Download Festival. And I put this on Reddit I think a couple of years ago I was asking people this question, and a lot of people were like, wait a minute, the Misfits haven't played Download. No, they haven't. I'm not sure in this country if they would obviously be big enough to headline. I definitely think we could have them as second stage headliners, or main support, or quite high up on the card on the main stage. But now they're back with Glenn Danzig doing loads of shows in America, playing loads of festivals. I would give my left arm to see the Misfits live on that kind of stage. I think it would be amazing. I think all of us punk goth fans would be blown away. America, of course, get all the best tours. They've got AFI supporting them now, which is like sploosh if you're like a fan of goth punk or any sort of Misfits stuff. So yeah, again, I think they would be a fantastic addition, and I think they could be easily got if they were offered certain things. From what I've heard of what people have said on Reddit, that Glenn Danzig said to someone that they wouldn't play Download unless they headlined, but I'm guessing if they got offered a second stage headline set, maybe they would come over for it. But yeah, that would be amazing. Now, I'm not a fan of this band, but I still think they are definitely big enough to headline. It's Pearl Jam. I know a lot of people that really like Pearl Jam. Obviously, they play, I think arenas in the UK, definitely play huge places in America. And again, although I wouldn't enjoy it that much, I could see what the draw would be for them because they haven't played Download Festival before. So I think that Pearl Jam again would be a good addition. Not one for me, but I'm sure there's loads of you guys out there that love them, and I would be happy to see them at Download. Now, of course, they've just got back together, this band, with, of course, Tom DeLonge, Mark Hoppus, and Travis Barker all together again. It's Blink-182. People have been talking about this for years, about them headlining Download Festival. I think now that Tom's back in the band, I think it would be a really good idea. I caught a little bit of their Coachella set and it looked amazing. I mean, Blink-182 have never been the greatest singers live or on record, but they are a lot of fun. I saw them at Reading in 2013 and they were fantastic. Proper sing-along. Everyone knows the songs. They're probably going to bring out some new stuff, so if they ever do play Download, they'll probably have some new stuff with some old stuff as well. But again, I think a really big draw that we can draw a lot of new fans in with, and a lot of people that haven't been to Download before. And I'm sure a lot of the metalers would be up for it. Not necessarily everyone, but I certainly would. I loved Blink back in the day. Still like them now, obviously. But I think it would be awesome if they came and played Download Festival. Now, this band, I'm not sure. I mean, I think they would be big enough to headline, but they would definitely be way up on the card, or it would be a headline second stage. It would be Nine Inch Nails. I'm a huge Nine Inch Nails fan, love Trent Reznor, love the sort of stuff that they bring, that kind of goth, industrial vibe. It's influenced a lot of people. I think it would be something really cool for Download. Again, they would be very entertaining. If you go back and watch any of their sets, they really go for it live. I've only ever heard good things. I would love to see them at some stage at Download, on some sort of stage. Headlining or not, I still think they would be a great draw for Download. Now, this is a I wouldn't say controversial, but this is a weird one because it's not the same band that it was before. But Queen, I know now obviously we've got Adam Lambert singing, they are starting to get on a bit, but from what I've heard, they are still really, really good fun live, and it would kind of be karaoke-ish. Obviously, I like Adam Lambert as a singer. He knows he's not Freddie Mercury. He does the best with the songs that he can, and they do sound quite entertaining. I think they played Sonisphere, or they played the year they were supposed to play the year that Sonisphere got cancelled. So I think them playing Download would appease a lot of the older downloaders who were like, Bring Me the Horizon are headlining now. They kind of feel like they're being phased out of Download. I think to have them headline over, say, a Iron Maiden, a Def Leppard, or an Aerosmith, someone that's headlined before, I think having Queen there would be really cool, just to hear those songs live. So many of us Queen fans, of course, Freddie died way back in the 90s when we were all tiny. Some of you guys that are Queen fans, I'm sure, weren't even born by that point. So I still think that it would be a really good, fun show to experience those songs live. And obviously Queen are definitely big enough to headline. I feel like that would be a really good Sunday after having like two heavy newish headliners on the Friday and Saturday. I think it would be a really cool addition to Download. Weezer. Now, this is something that I didn't really think about. I like Weezer songs, a lot of them. I haven't ever delved into their back catalogue and really become a proper Weezer fan, but everything I've heard, all the singles, Hashpipe, all of the big tracks, I've really enjoyed. I don't know how big they actually are. If they could headline, or if there would be a sub-headliner, or maybe a second stage headliner. But I think that placing them anywhere on the card, I mean, for instance, if you had Blink-182 headline and you had Weezer support, or if you had Green Day headline and you had Weezer support, I think that that would be really great and catch all of the sort of old school pop punk, you know, 90s fans that the festival draws in so well with other bands. So yeah, I'd like to see, and I'm sure I would watch them as well and give their back catalogue a listen before they played. But yeah, I think Weezer would definitely be a cool one. And finally, the greatest band in the world, best singer, best bassist, best guitarist, best drummer, it is, of course, Nickelback. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking, Nickelback, I've already done a video about this, about reasons why people hate Nickelback just for hating them. Nickelback are great. They would be a fantastic headliner for Download. They're a band I've always wanted to see. I've loved 90% of their albums. I am a big advocate for stop the hate against Nickelback. But again, I feel like Nickelback, you know, if you were standing there watching them, you would realise, oh my god, I actually know a shed load of Nickelback songs. And I actually think people would really enjoy it if they were given a chance to just do their thing and play some good songs. Yeah, they're not the most exciting band in the world, but I still think it would be a good addition to have them and a big draw at Download Festival. So yeah, if you're thinking the opposite, I disagree with you. But yeah, I think Nickelback would be really, really cool. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Just some bands that I thought would work really, really well. Bands I've heard people talking about for ages, and a few kind of randoms thrown in there that I just think would be a great addition to Download. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I love all of you that have subscribed so far. We're getting so close to going up to 700 subscribers, and I don't know what I'm going to do for you guys. Last time I ate a packet of crisps. If you want to watch me eat an entire bag of crisps uncensored, then go back to my 600 subs video and watch that. I don't know what I'm going to do for the 700, but I would really appreciate it. If you watch the channel regularly and you're not subscribed, it would be fantastic if you would do so. It would help me out massively. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you dudes in the next video.